This economy has stopped growing. The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
His name is Louis Kelso. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland, sitting here at a time when unemployment rates are rising, when inflation has been skyrocketing, when the economy is apparently in recession and conceivably going into depression, and you are talking as though,
The problems are solvable.
Right.
Well, we've had 40 years of Mr. Samuelson's brand of economics, and brings us right back to where we started, another depression. It's perfectly obvious that something's missing, and I say the thing that's missing is we're pretending that you can solve the income distribution problems solely through employment. In the meanwhile, the scientist, the engineer, and the manager is hell-bent on destroying employment. That's how he measures his success, how much employment he can destroy.
By putting in machines.
By substituting machines for men. Right.
So, let the unemployed own machines, and everybody's going to be happy.
Right. Unemployment is not so bad if you can afford it. The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization. I'm in the position of Pasteur, not a doctor, coming in and saying to the doctors, if you'll do it a different way, the thing will work. And they said, Pasteur is a crank. He's a chemist. He should stay the hell out of medicine and not mess around. This is exactly what this professional credentialism of the professional economist amounts to. When it comes to saving the society, which is in very grave danger, or saving their faces, they will never make the wrong decision. They will save their faces. The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization. How do you use the logic of corporate finance, the logic that the corporation insists upon as minimal, that is, the logic of investing in things that will pay for themselves, how do you use it for the individual? How do you bring the economic game down from the corporation to the human scale? The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization. We know how to build goods and services, but we don't know how to produce customers. You're attacking poverty by attacking its causes, that is, by making the average man more productive, because he's not only has a job, he has a capital estate that's growing, a capital estate that will support him, whether he's too old to work, or sick, or technologically unemployed, or whatever. And there isn't a single trace of labor power that isn't being targeted on by some piece of machinery. The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
Now, what you're trying to do here deserves a trial. It has been very successful where tried, but so far it hadn't been tried on the big scale that it ought to be tried on.
Right, right.
And I think we're going to get that.
The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
When I first read your plan, I saw the whole thing as a union-busting plan. We're going to be representing workers who are going to be part of management. They're going to be stockholders in the company. Why are they going to need us as union leaders?
The union will represent the workers as workers in all of the aspects that it represents them today, wages, hours, working conditions, and it will represent them as stockholders, as owners. The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
My understanding of Kelsoism is that it's designed to enable men who are born without capital to buy it, to pay for it out of the income it produces, to own it, and thereafter to receive income from that capital.
The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
We're going to be asked to bail out a lot of companies like the Penn Central, the Lockheed, and others. Right now we're being asked to help Pan American, and I'm telling Pan American Airways, well, now here, if you fellows want us to put government money behind your company and save your big airline for you, I want you to have an employee stock ownership plan where those employees who right now are out lobbying to try to help save that company.
The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
Lou Kelso says that this will stimulate the economy, and what will it do to the current recession?
It will bring more production to your economy and therefore more wealth to your economy.
This economy has stopped growing. The death of the economy is the first step in the death of a civilization.
Kelso believes the plan might just be the way to break the boom and bust cycle that periodically produces a depression in the United States.
This economy has stopped growing. The problems are solvable.